Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. Juneteenth, about to become a federal holiday. The only thing left is for the President of the United States, Joe Biden, to sign the bill that makes it a federal holiday. At the same time, critical race theory, which basically teaches how systems based on white privilege have um, helped form not only the government but the country itself. And so, um, while a lot of white lawmakers will say, "Look, we're giving you, in quotes, a holiday, um, so we're not racist." Okay, then at the same time, they're saying we want to keep whitewashing what actually happened in the country so that we can never let it come out and try to come to grips with it. If I'm wrong, I'm a doofus. Holidays are times to celebrate. So basically, is the government saying, okay, we're going to let the Black community celebrate they aren't slaves? I think that's probably how the government looks at it. Look, we're not racist. We let them celebrate. Let them celebrate not being a slave. Why do I say this? Well, let me quote a congressman that voted against a federal holiday. Quote, "This name needlessly divides our nation on a matter that should instead bring us together by creating a separate Independence Day based on the color of one's skin." That's GOP, Grand Old Party, Republican Representative Chip Roy of Texas. Now, July 4th, we celebrate freedom. We celebrate everybody's freedom. That's the argument that they're saying, that there doesn't need to be a separate day. But we as a country, as United States citizens, celebrate freedom from rule of another country, freedom of taxation without representation, something that a lot of people forget about. They say, we don't need tax. The government's not made to take care. The founding fathers knew taxes were a necessity. They were just getting taxed without having a voice as to how and where and why and what the tax money was being spent on. That's the whole purpose of this great undertaking of the United States, of self-rule, of what we celebrate on July 4th. It's not the same as acknowledging that people had to be freed from ownership of other people. There's a massive, massive, huge difference that the white culture needs to be aware of, needs to be empathetic towards, and needs to work towards trying to mend. But as much as I'd like to say we're on that path, we are a long way from even being close to that. It's getting to the point that conversations aren't even welcomed at times between the communities, and that's a sad thing. And I hope this recognition that it is not only necessary but vital, that we acknowledge the necessity to have this day, Juneteenth. I don't think it's wrong for the Black community to celebrate any way they want to. I think the white community needs to treat it with reverence and understand that healing can possibly take place in situations like this with conversations directed the right way. There's just a massive difference from what we acknowledge with the necessity to have a Juneteenth than to what we acknowledge with a celebration of July 4th. Now, I'm not surprised. I take that back. I'm incredibly surprised. And I'm also pleased to be able to announce that no Indiana congressperson voted no. All the Congress people in Indiana voted yes. We have one Black representative from Indiana, a friend of mine, Andre Carson, and um, he's a Black Muslim, one of the first and only Muslims for a while in Congress. And the rest of Indiana's congressional delegation is white male, with the exception of a white female that some considered a Nazi. Um, and who knows? Just something to think about. But anyway, they all supported it. Now, here are the names of those that don't want to acknowledge freedom from slavery. Representative Andy Biggs of Arizona, Representative Mo Brooks of Alabama, Representative Andrew Clyde of Georgia, Representative Scott DeJarles of Tennessee, Representative Paul Gosar of Arizona, Representative Ronnie Jackson of Texas, Representative Doug LaMalfa of California, Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky, Representative Tom McClintock of California, Representative Ralph Norman of South Carolina, Representative Mike Rogers of Alabama, Representative Matt Rosendale of Montana, Representative Chip Roy, who I quoted earlier, of Texas, and Representative Tom Tiffany of Wisconsin. Those are the names that decided that it was unnecessary to acknowledge the Black community's heritage. And that's a sad statement. But if you really want to get some attention, have every Black person you can find, every white ally you can find, every person that has a heart, meet at all of these Congress people's offices all across our country. Not for throwing rocks, not for vandalism, not for spray painting, but just have each one of them walk in the building and just say, why? Why? One more quick thing. There were Republicans that voted no to the Capitol Police and the Washington, D.C. Metro Police being recognized, honored, and given medals for trying to defend the country, trying to defend an insurrection. How can it be back to blue? And at the same time, you turn your head to these national heroes. Just another thing to think about. It's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace, shalom, salam, namaste, blessings. It's a dark world. Try to be a light.